Yo guys, what's going on? Tom for 2 here, and today is kind of the long-awaited video I'm going to do. It's another roster update video. Again, I'm just kind of going to go over my current roster till this point. Kind of talk about Tier 4 a little bit, what my plans are for like my characters and all that stuff. And I would just kind of glance over a couple of my character builds, just because I think it's been a while since my last roster video, and I also had a lot of changes, especially with all the elixirs and transcendence updates, and the tier 4s in like 2 to 3 weeks as well. And Behemoth and Kidna have all come out since then, so just wanted to give an update, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. So before I dive in, just make sure to subscribe if you like Lost Ark content from my channel, and of course, it's appreciated if you guys just continue to support and watch the content. So, let's go and start with my characters. My main 6 are my Paladin, my Bard, my War Dancer, my Slayer, my Aeromancer, and then on page 2, I have my Artist, so that's kind of my top 6. And then my backup characters that I will play if I just have time are my Soul Eater and my Glavier. So, of course, the only time I've ever kind of spent money is just for extra character slots, but that's really it. Other than that, just a reminder from my last roster update video, like I don't swipe for any like gems or like extra gold, or any of like a progression materials. Pretty much, just strictly only spent on extra character slots just to play extra characters. And at the time, I was actually having fun playing a variety of characters, but I've kind of settled on a main 6 now, and heading into tier 4. My highest eye level character, my main is my Paladin, and then my Slayer is my main DPS character, and then I'm really enjoying my War Dancer as my secondary kind of damage dealer, and then of course I have my Bard, which is always for the boys whenever we need another support, and then I just really like playing Aeromancer, and it's really spammy, so definitely my Paladin, my Slayer are the first two that, my main support and then my main DPS character, but I'm kind of a support main first. My current roster level, I can't remember when the last time I talked about my roster level, but I'm roster level 299. I'm pretty much 300 now, which I don't know how I feel about that, but 299 now. But at least with Tier 4 coming out, we'll be able to expand that, I think, to like 400 roster level is the new cap. So let's just go dive in. Let's take a look. So of course my Paladin is going to be my first, or my first character that's going to be playing Aegir, which is the new, I guess, Kazros raid, or one of the new raids coming out after Tier 4 drops. And let's just kind of show off the build, where I'm at. So since the Transcendence and Elixirs update, I think even the last video I've been rocking a 40 set. I was able to kind of min-max my Elixirs, but I think my Elixirs and my Paladin were already pretty cracked. But I think the expectation now that you're running like Behemoth and stuff, you're going to want to have, well, as my main, I'm going to have max Transcendence, I'm going to have the max, and try to have the best in slot Elixir effects. And I'm gonna of course slap on some level 10 gems onto my my main character. So yeah, right now I have 123 flowers. Currently we're on the next week of Behemoth runs, where I can finally get all my weapon transcendence done. But other than that, I've pretty much maxed out transcendence, and this is kind of your expected out of a main character, right? So I've definitely done advanced honing on a lot of my, armor pieces now. So just a few. So I think before I started advanced honing, I had it at 1625 eye level, and then when I advanced honed, I got everything, of course, to level 10 advanced hone, and then I got like 3 armor pieces to level 20, and that shot me all the way up to 1640. So super convenient. I think most people, they might have just done advanced honing on their mains, all their armor pieces starting from 1620, or they just did the conventional honing way, but I don't think it's as efficient. But yeah, since we're talking about roster progression, all that stuff, we could take a look at my collectible and stuff. So I've got Music Box of Memories 100%, Masterpiece 100%, Omnium Stars 100%, Giant's Heart 100%. I've got 96 out of the 101 Island Souls. I think the only ones I have left are Cruel Toy, Yearning, Lili, Lush Reed, and Primal Island. I don't go to Primal and I don't go to Yearning Soul, so we'll try to get like the other ones first. But honestly, I can't even do island content just because of how long some of the raids take now. Um, Sea Bounties, 87%. Haven't even touched Sea Bounties in a while. World Tree Leaves, I think I finished all of Excavating, but some of the other ones I'm still working on. It's just kind of if I have time to do that kind of horizontal content, especially when Rehas are so much. You know, you want to do Excavating, Fishing, Hunting. Those are kind of the main ones. Ignia tokens no longer have 100%. Because I'm still currently working on the South Curzan one and also Voldus. I think we can check out kind of the progression I have on those. So Voldus, I'm at 93%. I think I just still have the cooking left to do, and that's pretty much it. Um, so that's good. But then South Curzan, I still have some of the cooking, a bunch of the collectibles still, and of course I still have some of the hidden stories. But again, a lot of the horizontal content, I just haven't had time to play myself a whole lot just because of how long some of these raids take when your top characters are probably running a mix of Behemoth, Echidna, and Thamine now. Hardly any Voldus anymore. So, and then Makoko Seeds, haven't collected all the ones from Voldus yet or South Curzan. And those are kind of the main ones left that I have. And of course, I had 100% a while ago, and um, I think that once I hit kind of the max of rewards, then there's not too much left to go for, especially when we're mostly focusing on raids at this point, right? So that's kind of my horizontal stuff for now. Um, if we want to talk about, I think a cool thing to check out maybe is trophies. I've gotten so close to Deathless normal Thamine, but it's just never been the runs. There's always somebody just dying at the very end or something. But I think some of these trophies I've had the same for a while, just full Giant's Hearts, Omnium Stars. I've got all the was it the memory orbs. If we go to combat, I can't remember when I last kind of came by here, but I know I cleared Deathless in hard mode Voldus. That was kind of probably a new thing. Deathless Hardicon, Normal Con. Oh, I got Deathless Normal Echidna, I think. Somewhere here. And then I think, of course, we're still clearing, Voldus, but you guys will just have to take my word for it. Haven't gotten a normal or hard Deathless Thamine, at least 1 through 3. And then, of course, my group is still progging Geet 4. We've made it till about 4-2. And then I've gotten Deathless for normal Echidna, but not hard mode yet. So that's that. Let's check out my card collection. So my cards, we could just take a look at the stats, I guess, first. So right now I'm still around 4.66% human, 5.86 demon, matter 2.58, undead 4.98, plant 2.69, insects 2.87%, elementals 2.24, beasts 3.46, and machines 2.51. Of course, when I enhance stuff now, a lot of it does cost card XP. So again, kind of just a slow grind. I think right now, I think most importantly, you just want to max out your demon bonus if possible. So right now I'm 1 card off of Thamine. I've just got some Galators to go, and I've got some Guardian Lewin still. So gonna be praying for those selections to come my way, and of course, finish off that demon bonus. And then I think the next one I'm gonna work on is undead. So that's that. But yeah, that's cards. I don't think there's too much to talk about roster wide. I think I've pretty much maxed out everything you can once you kind of reach 300. But yeah, and the last thing I guess I was able to bid for the Thamine chair mount. Probably not worth it, but definitely bidded for it. And you know, I think I was just trying to outbid one of the whales trying to get it. Just ego them. So that's kind of a bunch of the horizontal content. I guess I could kind of dive into my plans for tier 4 now. So my plans for tier 4 at least, I have at least one character that's 1640, so we're going to gain 20 eye level. It's going to jump to 1660. And the rest of them I'm just going to have parked here at their current eye levels, and they're just going to gain extra 20 eye level. But yeah, with Behemoth out right now, I'm running my Paladin, my Bard, my War Dancer, my Slayer, and my Aeromancer, all with Behemoth. My Artist, I still don't have enough Transcendence for. The reason why I'm choosing to run those ones is just because Behemoth lobbies right now in NA, they're really kind of sus. They can turn into big jail lobbies. And the reason for that is because your DPS don't have, you know, they might have like 40 sets, but they don't have enough Transcendence for the bonus effects. And so I think the acceptable amount that your DPS character should have is, you know, 70 flowers of Transcendence. All of mine at least have 90 flowers of Transcendence, including I think my Bard has like 80, but generally you want at least like 70, and then, but mine always go a little bit further just because I like the additional power, right? So with the new raid, that's Behemoth, you know, that's why I focused a lot of my resources and my gold currently just into getting the Transcendence done. All my characters have 40 set already and try to get like the best stats for them already. They've given us so many free like silver rolling elixirs that it's hard to just like not have 40 set already, you know, especially when they nerf the way that we cut the elixirs too. So it's a good point, and for my own roster, right, I'm running 5 Behemoths, and then I'm still running 1 Voldus pretty much. So, yeah, and then everybody, I have 2 characters that run Vescal, and then 4 that run Gargadeth out of my top 6. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's just dive right into the specific characters, because I don't think there's a whole lot left for me to really chat about. So, Paladin, I think I just glanced over. Max Transcendence on everything except for my weapon. We still have another week of Behemoth. We just look quickly at my elixirs. Luminary set. I've got healing enhancement. Max HP is definitely really good. Ally enhancement 5. Some really good stuff. I'm still using the Celestial Skills chest piece skin. Engravings, I am rocking the engraving support just because it gives me a little bit more swiftness, and before I was using a bunch of relic accessories and I didn't want to buy new accessories until tier 4 comes out. So right now, typically instead of heavy armor, I would be rocking drops of ether, but because I've been progging gate 4 of Thamine, I use heavy armor just to survive. I've got 3 level 10 gems and a level 9. My level 10s are on Wrath of God, Heavenly Blessing, and Holy Protection. Those are kind of the important ones. And of course, you want Lost Wind Cliff 30. So that's my Paladin right now. It's my main, of course. Let's go look at my Slayer real quick. I don't think I've actually showed off completely my whole roster, and I don't know how long I want this video to take. I mean, it's pretty much just a recap of my roster before tier 4 comes out, and I know people have been curious about my updated characters, like individual characters. In some videos, you know, they are a little bit outdated, so I might have to like update those. So here's my Slayer. It's rocking one of the new swimsuit skins. But diving in, my Slayer also has max Transcendence. Even the weapon, again, one more week of the Behemoth run so I could get that weapon maxed. have already 10 clears and more of Behemoth, so that's really good. Again, I'm using the Windbreaker Summer Skin and the weapon. Nothing's really changed on my Slayer build. You got Grudge, Keen, Ambush Master, Raid Captain, Predator, and then +1 Adrenaline. Pretty much have 10s on the main damage skills, right? You have Brutal Impact, Furious Claw, I have Volcanic Eruption, and then you have 9s for the rest, pretty much. And then cards, you want, of course, LOS 30. If we take a look at my elixir effects, using crit, the critical order and critical chaos set, and then you know, have additional damage attack power. You want weapon power, attack power, chest a little bit more lenient, and then of course boss damage 5, attack power. So everything's just rocking really well on my Slayer, and it's, you know, I'm not a main DPS player, but I can tell my Slayer can pull its own weight. So yeah, that is that. We can move on to my Bard. And I'm still trying to like figure out the optimal way to play my own Bard. I'm not the best Bard player by any means. I am definitely more comfortable with my Paladin and Artist, but Bard definitely has the most potential to help my DPS in whatever raids that I'm playing. So here's my Bard. Might have changed the skin last time, and I maybe showed it off. But let's look at what I have. So now I have a couple different setups. I have a Vital Point hit build setup, and I have a Max MP increase setup. We just roll down the elixirs. I'm using the Luminary set for my Bard. Right now it has a total of 82 flowers, but Luminary using, you know, try to max out on shield enhancement and MP, and ally enhancement, and so the elixirs are pretty good. Got a 4/4 in there, got some 5/3s, got a 5/5, so but max MP increase definitely really good. I'm right now using the beatbox chest piece with the elegant noble pants setup. It's my fit. Engraving wise, of course, I'm on the max MP increase build, so this is 5/3 +1. Got the +1 on the Vital Point hit. Gems is still rocking all 7s, and I just have an 8 on Heavenly Tune because I think the most important skills for Bard is just Heavenly Tune and Sonic Vibration, just making sure you have the, you know, good uptime. And of course, you want Lost Wind Cliff card set. We just look at my Vital Point hit setup real quick. Of course, you can see I've got all relic accessories, which I've had for a very long time now. But again, it's just a 5/3. Nothing much special. The only skill difference is like using Soundaholic and using Sound Shock instead. So as my branding skill. So nothing's too different there, and it's going to be parked at 1620 until Tier 4 comes out. So I think the gems are in a decent spot, especially for an alt character. Let's take a look at my War Dancer now. Now, good thing about my War Dancer is I've made quite a few updates to the way that I kind of play War Dancer now. And it's I probably like playing it more than my Slayer, honestly, just because I was able to switch over to the Hallucination build. I know conventionally for First Intention War Dancers, they play the Conviction Judgment build, but it will show off how I play War Dancer. So here's my War Dancer, looking pretty good. Of course, it's parked at 1620. Haven't done any advanced honing on it, which, you know, I think I should at least do the weapon. But let's take a look. So right now, 108 total flowers of Transcendence on my War Dancer. I've got a critical order set. Right now I've got additional MP, boss damage 5. You want attack power, I've got additional damage as well. And then my glove also has critical chaos. As I mentioned, don't have you know, max transcendence yet. I think I have 15 flowers here, just missing 2 levels on the helm. But then everyone else is sitting at like 21 or 20. And then my weapon I've done a little bit because of Behemoth. It's got 10 flowers, and I've only done 1 week of Behemoth, or 1 or 2 weeks of Behemoth on my War Dancer, so still have yet to really max that out, but over the course of the weeks before Tier 4 drops, I'll be able to kind of get that out. It does cost a lot of gold, so make sure you use those tickets. Um, or like the free tickets that they gave us to, so you don't have to spend money, restoring or using the restoration stuff. My skins, I'm using the Peach Pixel gauntlets. I've got a blue snowflake player trail effect, and then of course I'm still rocking the courageous adventure chest piece and the brilliant city pants. So that's my fit. This is what I've been rocking for a while now, so I don't know if I should change it at all. My engravings, Grudge, Keen, First Intention, Raid Captain, Mass Increase, and Adrenaline +1. I've got all 9s on my War Dancer, and I've got a 10 on Sweeping Kick. Generally, you'd want a 10 on Energy Combustion too, but I just rolled this randomly and decided to keep it, just save the silver. Light of Salvation 30, pretty much as always for your DPS characters. And yeah, I'm full hallucination on my War Dancer, so that's just how I play. It does require eating mana food, so I always do have to keep some skewers or the herb steaks in my inventory just to pop it during raids. So I generally don't prog with my War Dancer. I definitely just do it as like re-clear homework raids. Because mana food, it can get expensive if you keep on wiping over and over again and you're popping mana food every time. So that's my War Dancer. I'll probably do an updated video on that, but again, it's parked at 1620. Take a look at my arrow. So my arrow is kind of my third DPS character in my top 6. It's similar in the War Dancer in that it's hallucination as well, and it's a very spammy class. It's a hitmaster. It's really easy to play. People love you because you got your crits in as well. So that's why I generally play it. My arrows changed a little bit probably since I last showed it out. This is the fit. It's rocking. So let's just dive right in. So right now I've got 93 total Transcendence flowers on my arrow. I don't think I've done any advanced honing yet on my arrow. Just parked it at 1620. I'm just done Transcendence, but we're using the critical order and critical chaos set. Right now I've got critical and then attack power, and then everything else is just kind of lenient. So I do need to reroll for like boss damage or something on that shoulder. But you generally want to try to get attack power and all the damage effects if you can with the elixirs. Weapon, of course, arrow. This is the first week I'm running Behemoth on it, so I've only been able to get like the first 3 levels of Transcendence for the weapon done. But then, the glove, the pants, the chest, shoulder, all those are maxed out, and I just have the helm left to do Transcendence on that. If we take a look at my skins, I'm just using the Shellfish Trail effect, and then I'm rocking the 2nd anniversary chest and pants, the Providence chest piece, and then I dyed it to this black and red fit, so I think it looks pretty good. Engravings, I've got Grudge, Raid Captain, Hitmaster, Adrenaline, Wind Fury, and then +1 Ether Predator. As for my gems on my arrow, I pretty much have level 9s for every single one of my top damage skills. And then I have a level 8 on the Sun Shower skill, but all you really need are 9s on your main damage skills, and then eventually I'll have to like switch off of the event ones if I decide to push it, but it's going to be parked at 1620 for a while. Cards, of course, you want Light of Salvation 30, so that's my arrow right now. Very easy class to play. That's all I gotta say. If you're, it's got really good visuals as well. And then let's take a look at my last character in my top 6, and that can be my artist. And I realize I haven't done a video specifically talking about my artist and the playstyle and my own version of the guide for, so maybe I'll do that in a bit. But let's just showcase where it's at, and all that sort of stuff. So this was the last character I actually got to 1620. Um, and I only recently got it like a 40 set for elixirs. But right now, you know, it's the least amount of time I spent on Transcendence on it. 30 flowers total. And of course, I'm rocking the Luminary set, so pretty much just maxing out on you know, MP. You want, you know, healing or shielding. Max HP is always good. Ally enhancement you want to try to max out. And of course, on my glove, you got the corresponding Luminary Chaos gloves. Of course, minimum you want 47 all your characters now. Transcendence wise, again, weapon I haven't run Behemoth on this character yet. Just I don't want to be a rat and get into lobbies by only having 30 Transcendence, so I'd rather just get like to 70 and then easily get in, right? But yeah, gloves, chest, pretty much everything has only 2 levels of Transcendence done, which is why it's at 30. If we go to the fit, I've got the Illusions Essence chest piece. I've had this one for a while. Not really sure. You know, maybe I should put a skin on her pretty soon. But I do have the 2nd anniversary like glasses, but I just don't want. That just doesn't look right. But I'll wear the mask. Engravings wise, it's just a 5x3. At the time when I built it, it was still like relic accessories. So I'm just using the typical Vital Point Hit, Awakening, Heavy Armor, Expert, and Full Bloom. Gems is still rocking all 7s. It's going to stay that way heading into Tier 4. And of course, your card set you want to use Lost Wind Cliff. So that's the last of my top 6. I don't really have anything else to talk about now that I ran through my roster. I think the only really big thing I would say is right now, I guess my checklists, you could always, or any tier 4 checklist, you could just check online, YouTube. I'm sure there's a bunch of YouTubers and streamers who will talk about what they're doing. Right now, across all my characters, actually, I'll mention this, I'm saving my cube tickets because your character level is going to go from, right now it's currently sitting at level 60, but then eventually it's going to be, I think, maxed to like 70. So the best way to, or the fastest way to kind of get that is people have been saving their cube tickets, and then when tier 4 comes out, they're just going to start running all their cubes just to gain that character XP. So that's what I've been doing across all my characters. Again, you know, you don't have to. You know, if you just play the game, you'll eventually hit level 70, but I think cubes just give that additional kind of boost. And then of course there's always the trade skills. So right now, every day I've been using a little bit of life energy to do work on like my excavating and getting those Orejas Orejas crafting materials. And right now they've been pretty expensive. We just checked the market here. Like Oreja relics, it's like 80. You know, it's all pretty expensive right now, just across the board for, you know, materials to craft Orejas, which you need for your honing. Which is also part of the reason why I haven't advanced honed any of my other characters besides like my main and my paladin, or my main and my slayer. It's just too expensive to commit to alts. Now you guys might be looking at my gold and be like, oh, you have so much gold, just do it. Well, what I want to do is I want to figure out what type of next vertical progression system they're gonna slap onto us, and you know, I've been also slowly buying like level 10 gems for like my damage dealers and making sure that all my classes are at least like serviceable and can hold on their own, right? But if we look at the cost of like Orejas right now, it's 60 gold per. That's quite a bit. And of course, when Tier 4 comes out, we're gonna get a new type of Oreja fusion materials. So everyone should just be stockpiling those trade skills where you can craft your own Orehas. Not these Prime Oreha fusions, but the new one that's going to come out in Tier 4. My plan when Tier 4 drops is just going to be probably just run as many Chaoses as I can for the characters that, you know, move on to Tier 4, and I'm just going to sell them just for gold. Because it's not like I'm going to be honing right away on any of my characters per se. Just grab the first 20, just grab the 20 eye level that they just give us by going to Tier 4. So, but yeah, that's all I really have to say. I know it was a really quick video. All I really did was just talk about my overall roster, go through my top 6 characters, where they're at. But that's pretty much all I have to say, and I think I might drop some hints on like what I'm planning to do for Tier 4. Just kind of rambled on a little bit about, you know, the honing, the materials, and just my own personal kind of parking spot for, you know, what I plan to do. Because I don't think the new boss comes out right away. I think it comes out a little bit after Tier 4 actually drops. But yeah, let me know if like this video, you know, if you found this useful. I know people have been following like my progression for a while, and it's just a good way to recap and showcase kind of and close the chapter on Tier 3 before Tier 4 kind of drops. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Again, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.